I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we get ready for the thrills of hydroplane racing along the Detroit River, charter a fishing boat out on Lake St. Clair, and then we head to Macomb County for burgers, beer, and baseball, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Now we can see them. People coming alongside. They are getting outstanding boat race.
It's time for the hydroplane races along the Detroit River in America's great comeback city. And I got a chance to talk to Mark Weber, the man in charge of putting on this entire event prior to this year's UAW GM Hydrofest. Mark, I'm so excited to be out here on this gorgeous day along the Detroit River to hear about the Hydrofest. How long has it been happening here?
Since 1916, it's been in the city of Detroit, the longest running race on the H1 circuit.
Is it really? Wow, I'm so excited. And what is this beauty that we are standing in front of?
This is the APBA Gold Cup. It has been going on since 1904. It is the oldest contested trophy in motorsports in the world.
Explain to me, there's different ticket levels. Kind of give me the lay of the land here.
We have something for every budget.
Okay.
Thanks to UAW GM, all the general admission parks along the river are actually free. You can come down, bring your blanket, bring your cooler. If you'd like a reserved seat, you can come to our grandstands. They start at $50.
Okay.
This year we have a one-day ticket for $30 on Sunday only.
Oh.
And then you can go to the pit tower, you can go to the judges stand, and if you want to be wined and dined, you can go to Club Gold Cup where Andiamo's caters it, and it's the best seat in the house.
And then there's also Friday Free Day, correct? That's back, I mean, for families.
It is. And this year, with the exception of parking, even the pit area is free thanks to UAW GM. It's a fun family event.
And then there's also entertainment for the kids and families too?
Behind the grandstands, we call that Hydromart. We have kids activities, we have music, we have food trucks this year.
Food trucks.
We have interactions with the UAW semi-tractor trailer. You can race slot cars.
How far are they covering along the river?
They will run from the Rooster Tail restaurant. This is the legendary Rooster Tail turn. This turn is known worldwide.
I've seen this turn,
yeah,
yes.
This is the tightest turn on the circuit. Then they go down to the Belle Isle Bridge, which is the largest turn on the circuit. And it's a 2.5, 2 3/4 mile racetrack. Boats will run up to 200 miles an hour.
So is it an elimination process? Is that how it works?
What we do is testing and qualifying happens on Friday. Saturday we have elimination heats. You have to earn points to get in the final.
Okay.
We run 4 sections of heats, each accumulating points. The top 5 guys will be on the front row, and they will be able to compete for the APBA Gold Cup on Sunday afternoon about 3:30, 3:45.
It's fun to watch as a spectator.
It is probably one of the most spectacular sports you can actually watch. We have 3 classes of boats coming. We have tunnel boats that have 200 mercury outboards that go 130 miles an hour. They turn on a dime. Then we have, to celebrate Detroit and the automotive, we have the Grand Prix class that are 500-inch blown engines like a top fuel dragster. They run on alcohol. They run 150 miles an hour. And all these heats will be running between the unlimiteds. There will be something on the water from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day. Every 20 minutes there will be a race.
Wow, so it's just like non-stop action.
Non-stop action.
Well, thank you. I'm going to be bringing my kids this year.
Come on down.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Steve, how exciting to be out there on the river. Tell me, what does it feel like?
Well, gosh, it's Detroit, and this time of year, this is such a beautiful city. I think people don't realize there's so much to see and do here. Like this weekend, the boat race, you got Belle Isle across the way. The Detroit River is crystal clear water. I'm from South Florida, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard you even walk down here from your hotel room sometimes. Is that
Yeah, I walked all the way down Jefferson. I never met anybody but pleasant people walking down. But until you get up here, you don't realize there's some wonderful people and a lot of history.
Well, now, so what do you think about this particular course, the Detroit River?
It's one of the most challenging. You know, it represents Detroit. Detroit's a tough comeback city. No matter what you do to it, the Detroit River's the same way. So we love the race course.
So it's got to be like the most exciting feeling in the world when you're actually behind the boat.
Yeah, well, it is, and it's funny when you have a second to look up. You see the Ren Center, you see downtown, the Ambassador Bridge. I'm looking around thinking, what a great place to race, what a great place to be. You're looking at people sitting along the shoreline. I mean, this is a weekend to be in Detroit, Michigan.
A technical question, is it a jet?
Yes, it's actually like a turbine jet, which is instead of thrust going out the back of a jet like a regular airplane, this would be the turboprop that would be spinning a prop. In our case, it spins a propeller. So it is a jet, but it's a turbine jet instead of a thrust jet.
So how fast do you guys actually go?
About 200 miles an hour.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so when you're doing the turns, it's about 70 and you're going 200
Well,
out
actually,
there?
you're going into the turn wide open, but
Oh,
just the
geez.
G-forces slow you down. You go into the turn at
Yeah.
200, you come out about 140.
Yeah, that's right. The G-forces, any passing out and all that? No, you just learn to do
Some
it.
of these
too.
young pups, but not us old guys.
Not you. Well, I congratulate you on
Thank you.
qualifying, and we'll look for you out there racing.
Thank you, and I hope people come up and enjoy Detroit.
So the Ross family from Seattle, you come here every year for this event?
Yes, we do.
Now, what's the draw? What is so exciting about it? What makes you come?
Well, the race, of course, but it's more than the race. It's the city. We like the diversity of Detroit, the restaurants, we're staying in an awesome hotel.
We're having a great day
I
down
think,
here.
I think the best thing in the world.
The best thing in the world, and you guys got your autographed race flags. Very cool.
Good
We're docked right
entertainment.
over at Keens and the.
Watching
Oh, so
the
you
boat
guys
races.
drove up on with your
By
boat?
boat, yeah.
By boat, yes.
Stayed for the weekend and watch the races.
If you're not in the grandstands, there are still many areas along the river where you can get up close and get great looks at the boats and the races, like right behind me.
We've come before we had children every year, and then once we had children it was a little difficult, but now that they're older and at this age they really love coming, and this is actually the second year we've come in a row.
Coming around behind me are the Unlimiteds, and they're racing for the trophy. What an exciting late summer tradition. Remember, the UAW GM Hydrofest happens the third Saturday of every August. It follows the Dream Cruise right here along the Detroit River. One of the gems in Macomb County is Lake St. Clair. It is the perfect lake for the huge boating community in Metro Detroit, but it's also the perfect lake for fishing. And we're going to do some charter fishing today with Fish Head Sport Fishing. So come on, let's head out on the lake. Hi, Joel.
Hi.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm excited to go out and catch some
Muskies.
muskies.
Yeah, we're looking for a 50-incher today.
It'll
50
be as big
incher,
as
30
me.
pounds. Yeah, maybe about that tall.
All right. How many people can you have on board, you think?
Up
out
to 6
fishing?
people.
6 people.
I grew up on Lake St. Clair, so I've been fishing muskies for over 30 years as a kid. This being a sport fishery for us, we don't keep muskies for eating purposes. What we do is we catch them for the chance of catching a 30-pound muskie
Yeah.
or bigger, and then we release them.
Now, this is also a good lake for bass fishing, too.
Outstanding,
do
incredible.
people keep those, or is that sport?
There are
or-
some people that do keep smallmouth bass, so it's a good alternative when, say perhaps people aren't catching perch or walleyes, which are the most sought
Walleye,
after.
those are the most sought after. And so
Per
those
table, there's 4 to 10 million walleyes that swim through the Detroit River in the springtime. April to June is outstanding walleye fishing for
Okay.
us. The perfect day for me is this, what we have right here, maybe even a little chop. Now we're talking about musky conditions here.
What's the most fish you've caught in a day out of here on in one of your excursions?
Musky fishing?
Yeah.
We had a day last year that we had 45 muskies in one day.
45.
45 muskies, yeah.
Wow.
The lake is very healthy.
Yeah.
This is a world-class fishery. This pattern is called a walleye. As you can see, it looks like a natural walleye. And when we put it in the water, you can see how that bait moves. I don't know if you can see that very well. There you go.
Okay, so it's even in there
Yes.
swimming just like
That's
a fish.
exactly what they want right there. There's a fish on it.
Whoa, wow.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's get your burberries down there. All right, you ready? It's the first time that I've ever seen them on my boat. So let's do this.
Okay.
Let's lift up. Noon. All right, now
Yeah.
start reeling on your reel.
Let's not.
And then we're gonna lower it. We're gonna lower it as we start
Right.
cranking. So do this. Keep reeling.
Oh my goodness, I can see it.
Lift it up. Pull it up.
Okay,
pull it
so
up,
I'm
pull
pulling
it up.
them up.
Noon. Let's get it to 12 o'clock. All right, now start reeling. Reel. Okay, you just stay right there. Keep that rod right over the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay, keep coming. Keep coming. All right. There's your first
I
muskie.
did it! Wow, look at the size of him. He's
Yeah.
huge.
That's not even a big one.
Oh my goodness.
That's not even a big one, Veronica.
Look at his teeth.
Yep. All right, let's step
Wow.
back here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get them undone. We've
Oh
watched.
my gosh, that is so exciting. I am such a thrill.
There
So
you
my
go.
first muskie ever out on Lake St. Clair did not take long thanks to the expertise of Joel here in Fish Heads. And look at that.
And what we'll do is we're just gonna go ahead and release her.
All right.
And you can wash your hand off in the tank here.
Okay.
She's gone. That's how fast she's gone already.
That's a big fish.
That's a big fish for most people.
Yeah.
When we talk muskies, generally we're talking fish that are over 45 inches to 55 inches
All right,
in
I'm
some
ready.
cases.
I'm ready.
Good. Let's pay attention to that strain and make sure we concentrate on this area here, okay? There we go. We got him. There's your second muskie right
All right. Holy cow.
there. See how many rows of teeth he
Oh,
has?
yeah.
See him up on the
All
top there?
those, right.
Yep. So we'll just let this guy go. And it's gone that
Huh?
quick.
So would you say that a fishing excursion on Lake St. Clair is worth a trip from out of state?
By all
Worth it?
means.
Yeah.
With it being a world-class fishery, I've had customers from as far as
Yeah.
Maine to Alaska. I know in one particular case, I had a gentleman that was coming from Texas specifically to fish on Lake St. Clair for
Wow.
one day, 4 muskies.
Okay.
And his goal was to catch a 50-incher.
Did
Talk
he do
about
it?
a little pressure, right? You know, talk about a little pressure.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We actually
Oh,
caught
great.
two.
That's great.
We caught 2 50-inchers that day. One of the very cool places on Lake St. Clair is the lighthouses. There was a conservation effort to rebuild them. So I think it's a cool thing for us to go and take a look at.
Gary, you want to save this lighthouse. What makes it so special?
These lights were built in 1859. If to put that in perspective,
Yeah.
that's before Abe Lincoln was president, before the Civil War.
Okay,
before,
that does put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Wow. This one has already, you've done a lot of work on this one
Yes.
already, correct?
Yes, we spent $900,000 restoring, fixing the foundation, the seawall. The lantern room was redone, refurbished.
That back one there, you're working on restoring that one as well?
Yes, that one we had some tuck pointing work done, brickwork done. We spent $60,000 on it last year. We need about $200,000 to upright it and recast the landing room. Our organization is Save Our South Channel Lights. Our website is soschannellights.org. There you can find out about fundraisers. We can buy memberships. We can buy your merchandise, what have you.
I heard too, you do host weddings out here and just
We've had
really
8 weddings
getting
on the island.
Wow, okay. Oh my. Oh, look at the beautiful staircase. Well, I can see that this would be a nice spot for a wedding. It's something so romantic.
It's quaint, unique.
This is a nice, beautiful landing here.
It's a very
Great view.
beautiful landing. You get to see the front light from here.
The front light, that's what it's called. You know, it's amazing too when you think back about how this was all built in 1859. They had to bring it out brick by brick,
Right.
and just all the manpower that went into this.
It's something that just people are drawn. Straight out that way is Detroit, and right over to the left is Canada.
That's Detroit, that way is Canada. Well, Gary, I want to thank you so much for giving me a tour of the
My pleasure.
island here and showing me all the great work you've done in restoring the lighthouse.
Thank you.
And Joel, I want to thank you for taking me out. I caught my first muskie today, and you can have all this fun out on Lake St. Clair. You can book a charter with Captain Joel from Fish Head Sport Fishing, and you can come out here and take a tour, learn about the lighthouses, all this and more at Lake St. Clair in the D. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. The Indie Pop and Rock Fest Mopop is at West Riverfront Park. Then the Sterling Fest Art and Music Fair offers tons of fun. Enjoy rare and luxury autos at the Concours d'Elegance and one-of-a-kind inventions at the Henry Ford's Maker Fair. The Orchard Lake Fine Art Show is one of the top in the country, and the Hoedowns headliners include Brad Paisley and Chris Young. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. Hey, today we've got a special treat for you, burgers, beer, and baseball. But where do you start? Well, we've got the perfect suggestion for you. It's Ackett's Burgers right in Macomb on Hall Road. They've won awards for their big, juicy burger. So let's go inside and take a bite. Most places like this, the decor is just for looks, but not here. Kids can come sit on a bike.
We have all natural hamburgers. We bake our own buns every day. We make everything in-house. Everything's fresh and the finest ingredients. We don't use frozen patties. It's all fresh meat.
How big is this burger?
Well, we have anything from like 1/8 of a pound up to 1/2 a pound. We have 4 different sizes.
Okay.
A mini burger, which is on a small steam bun, and then we have a small, a medium, and a large burger. The Ackett's Supreme is our biggest burger. That has an extra bun in the middle, extra cheese, extra meat.
Extra.
That's the one you're going to try?
Am I going to try it out? The Supreme burger, so she's starting with 4 patties here. Seasoning them.
Lightly seasoned. And then she's going to put her bun on the grill. You get a whole bun and then a middle bun. So there's an extra bun in the middle. Secret sauce, lettuce, onion, pickle. All the other burgers, you can put whatever you want on them. Do you want jalapenos on yours?
Can I get jalapenos on the Supreme? I want jalapenos on the Supreme,
Okay.
of course.
She hands it over to the expo.
Okay.
And he's going to put the toppings on it. He's going to make you a ranch fry. It's a fresh ranch seasoning that we mix up.
Yeah?
Parmesan cheese on top and melted butter drizzle on it.
Oh my gosh, that sounds simply delicious.
We were voted Tasty Tuesday's favorite hamburger of the year for 2015.
Oh my goodness. Am I going to get my mouth around this? It's huge. Oh my goodness, look how big that is. You ready? Oh.
You'll be back tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. That's a little slice of heaven. Oh, that's a good burger.
Thank you. They're messy.
Like one perfect bite. The crunch of the pickle, the onions, that secret sauce on there. It's cooked just perfectly. The cheese on it, it's delicious.
It's creamy, isn't it?
It is.
And a little crunchy with that
Creamy,
bun.
yeah. So you got the creamy and the crunchy in one bite. That savoriness of it, it's delicious. I'm gonna have another bite. And these are seasoned with, again,
That
ranch.
Ranch seasoning and Parmesan cheese with melted butter drizzled on it.
It's good. You could be a love it. So good.
We use the top quality premium ice cream mix. You can tell the difference. We
That
use
is
Saunders
so peanut buttery.
chocolate.
Oh, that's delicious. Well, Roseanne, I want to thank you because this is one of the best burgers I've had. And now we're going to wash this burger down with some microbrews right around the corner.
All right, sounds good.
In the world of craft brews, Michigan is the place to be in the country. We have so many microbrews here that are winning awards after awards, and especially in Macomb County with places like the Baffin Brewing Company and Brown Iron Brew House, Coonan Brewing, Sherwood Brewing Company, and Brooks Brewing Company, just to name a few. And where I'm at today at the Dragonmead Brewery and Pub in Warren. Well, so Larry, I love the medieval theme in here. Tell me about Dragonmead.
Well, Dragonmead's been around a long time. We started in 1997. Our objective when we started was to make every single beer sub-style made in the world. So we're getting ready to expand and add another 50 taps. And there are 2 more in the back that are meads.
Well, can I go take a look in the back of the brewery? 'Cause
Absolutely.
You do tours in the back too,
Oh, we
don't
do
you?
them all the time,
Yeah.
and we'll take you on tour and see how you like it.
Great.
This is a beer in fermentation. You can see on the top this froth that's going across.
Yeah.
This is yeast that's fermenting, and an ale is bubbling up to the top. So that's what a beer looks like as it's fermenting. Something
Boy.
you definitely want to drink before you go and get, well, let's say, a hamburger or maybe go watch a baseball game.
You got it. So you've picked out some for me. What do we have here?
This one is Sin Eater.
Sin Eater.
All of the beers coming out of Belgium
Yeah.
typically have a religious theme because they were all made by Trappist monks. So that's what we do.
That's what we so
Sin
this.
Eater, yes.
So what?
Sin Eater will have unusual flavors to it. It tastes caramely as you go through. Totally different than what you would
It's
expect.
not as heavy. I was expecting it to be heavy, but it's actually quite light.
It's actually quite light. Part of the reason is it's 11% alcohol, which makes it very light. Totally different. The next one,
Another
we're
choice.
talking about Castle Bright Apricot.
So
Apricot ale
flavor.
is, Castle Bright actually means the variety of
It
apricot.
smells apricot-y. Oh.
Totally different, but it's not overwhelming when you taste it. But you have that aroma, and sort of that flavor that goes with it.
I think that's one of my favorite beers I've ever
Thank
had.
you.
That is so good.
The next one in line is Final Absolution Belgian style triple. When you first smell it, give it a sense. There's sort of like a banana, maybe a clove sense that's with
Yeah, I'm
it.
getting the clove.
And then when you taste it, it's got a very sort of sweet and then dry flavor that hits.
Probably your most popular beer.
By far our most singular popular beer. Now the last one is Under the Kilt, a wee heavy. At one point we called
Under
it...
the kilt, a wee heavy? Okay.
Yes. It too came in third in the World Beer Cup in 2004 for a strong Scottish ale.
Scottish ale.
And when you smell and taste that, totally different. No yeast-borne flavors. People who like very light colored beers actually generally like something like that. And people who say they hate beer generally like Final Absolution or Sin Eater.
Okay.
They've just never had a beer with those kind of flavors. We have two different meads here. Mead, again, is just anything made with honey. In this case, we also have a fruit added to these two. The one on the left is a strawberry mead. And then when you take a little taste, it really comes through, but you notice that other part of it coming through. That's the honey part of the mead.
Oh, when I lick my lips, it's so
Isn't
good.
it? So this next one is a blueberry mead. Again, take a sniff at that.
Oh, I can smell the blueberries, yeah.
And totally different than strawberry, even though they should be identical almost. But the blueberry has a totally different
It's a lot
flavor
sweeter,
going
yeah.
through.
Just the fruit flavoring
It
is
is.
different. That's really good. Well, I want to say cheers and thank you, Larry, for introducing me to mead and some of the best beers around town. And now we're off to the ballpark. And now, how about for the baseball part of Beer, Burgers, and Baseball, the Jimmy John Field in Utica.
It's a brand new ballpark, a brand new league here in Utica, Michigan. So first year, 3 teams. Next year we'll be up to 4 to 6 teams, and we hope to get to 20 teams by the year 2024. More of a mid-May to mid-September schedule.
Okay.
But on top of that, we only play during the weekends, so it's more of a Thursday to Sunday schedule. So not just one innovation here, but closer to 10. We have things such as suites that are right behind home plate, closest in baseball history. There's $6 a ticket on the lawn back here.
You're out here watching professionals.
Absolutely.
You are, for just a fraction of the price.
We have a total of 4,000 people, only 2,000 in the grandstand, and 2,000 in the picnic areas and lawn area. But you could bring Bill Gates here to any one of a number of our areas and he would say, wow, this is cool.
So this is great. Look how close you can get up to the players, cheer them on. So they've got these awesome themed nights, like tonight is zombie night. And if you didn't come prepared, they've got zombie face painting going on. So yes, microbrews and craft beers are all the rage, but here they even have craft vodkas. And hey, how about this? They even have a kid zone with a mini baseball diamond out there. What's great is this picnic area is right up close to the field. There's not a bad seat in the house. You can bring your blanket and chill out on the hill. Now this is the way to watch the game. I'm in the cabana suite. We've got the fans going up close to the field. So this is a bar with a great vibe. It's called the AAA Clubhouse. They've got the open walls, and it's another great place if you want to grab a drink during the game. So there you have it, more summertime fun in Macomb County. Burgers, beer, and baseball. Now I'm going to get back to the game. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Hang on, I gotta figure out how to turn it. Always something happening here. You never know what. Hang on. Oh, how's that? Is that better? Keep watching it. Thank you.
Does that happen often?
No, never.
What I want to do, even to get more direct.